This is the 4th or the 5th time I'm trying to burn off this root. If I can get it to shrink, like at least so I can pick it up and push it down in the other pile with the excavator, then at least I can get it out of the way.
Okay, I just need to cover this. This is for the roof system. I'm running out of gravel, so I'm just gonna use the stones that's already here. It was an old drainage system here, made of stones once. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, I think I got most of the stones down here. Oh, it's really wet down here actually. That's to be expected, of course. Try to make a road down here at some point. There we go. I'll probably have to hammer down a little bit here. Try to get this rock a little bit and make a ditch here. Got this whole ditch covered in fiber cloth now. 25 meters. Yeah, so I put a little ending there, but probably try to make a little road down here on the side in the future. And then we'll see about this part later. But first I want to focus on this area. So I'll just have to think about what I'll do here. I'll have a flat area here, maybe a sitting area, a bench, scrape off that rock, maybe scrape this whole area. I have to think about that. I'm gonna take this and place it over there. It's like a palm tree, not a palm tree, but it has branches. Kind of looks like, or reminds me of a palm tree, so I need to temporarily remove this as well. It's just a composting thing for the grass, because I want to scrape this as well, and this is in the way for the excavator.
I had to stop there. It's just way too much rain. I'm actually a little afraid to get stuck. I kind of noticed that it was much easier to walk over wet soil with this new excavator. It's probably not so easy to get stuck with this one because it has larger belts and you know, but still. So it's actually making less track marks on the lawn when it's dry, or in the dry area, than my old one, but where it's wet it's just sinking. So you can see it's kind of ruining my lawn here. So actually got a little stuck there in the wet area. So that's kind of a critical wet spot, and it's a low spot as well, so all the water kind of settles down there. Okay, so the plan here is to just roughly cover this trench, and then I do the kind of finer landscaping after that. I want to keep a road in between those trees, so you can just have the lawnmower go between the trees there. And then that rock behind there, I'm gonna scrape that clean as well. Also, there's a kind of a, yeah, it's quite steep right here, so I'll pull a lot of this dirt down in this area. It's ice cold today. I think it's just frozen in the upper layer, so I don't think it should be a problem to dig. Whew. I need to take some soil from this area and put it over here. And then I'll do some, probably go up here and scrape a little bit more on that stone and clean the pathways behind there. Whew. It's a good thing I have a cap because it's really cold. Okay, let's see if it starts easy in the cold. Not so stable digging backwards. I really felt that that vacuum in the stomach. Felt like I was gonna. I'll try turning the machine so I can have the blade behind me. This bolt keeps coming loose. This one. So I could actually see the nut falling off. And it's underneath there somewhere, so I'm not even gonna bother looking for it. I'm gonna clean out some of this by hand. Just don't want to ruin the new tilt bucket by scraping it so much. Okay, I got some Loctite for the bolt, so I'm gonna let this sit and dry, and then I can use this one to dig the trench for the gutter system for the cabin. And there's some roots that I would like to take away as well.
was hoping for dry weather today, but it's actually really wet. And it's raining a little bit. But it's supposed to rain a lot in the coming days and the coming week. So I'll just work with what I have
So I got the last roots with the tranching bucket last night. So I'm just gonna grab those and throw them over the edge so I can burn them later. And I also got a lot of stone out of that rock over there. So I threw the rock in the wet area to make it more stable. And then it's just for me to do the grading stuff and the shaping stuff. So I'm hoping that this bolt doesn't come loose all the time today. This is gonna take a while. Okay, so this is a project that I'm gonna do later. You can see all the... It's very steep, so I need to take some of the soil and move it over to the edge to flatten it out. What's that root? Kind of impressive that the new machine just lifted this whole thing up in the air. Looks like the drainage is working fine. It's also coming out of the pipe now. That's good. It didn't feel that heavy when I was lifting it with a machine. This is some heavy stuff. Alright. That's good enough. I can burn it right there. I got all of these stones roughly washed. I need to clean them more later, but it's good for now. So let's check out this this new lawn area here. So I did wash all of these rocks yesterday. I just didn't bother to film it. So it was kind of hard to. It was easy to grade the sides because it's hard and compact soil there, but especially in the middle area where I kind of dragged all the topsoil and the roots and all these things, it was really hard to grade, and it was raining a lot too. So, but it's kind of evenly distributed now. This was kind of a really high spot right here, and in the middle there was really steep, and now it's kind of evenly distributed. And I've also made I made a slope up to the side there, and I made my roads back there so I can walk there or have a lawnmower. Let's go up and see. So even though it's been raining a lot, I can feel that it's really hard and compact here. So I might have to fill in with a lot of stones in the wet area. I was thinking to maybe have some concrete tiles here, and it's gonna be a nice area to hang out in summertime. Can have some firewood and something like that. This whole rock is exposed now, and also a small road here. So I was thinking maybe some flowers up in there. So I left some soil, or flushed the soil down there. So the next project now is bring down some fill material, some soil and stone, and leave it here so I can fill a little bit here to get a higher elevation, because all of the water is kind of standing next to the fence, and I can't get down with excavator. And I also want a small trail down here as well. But yeah, really happy with this. It's looking good. This is how I wanted it to look. So I'll just talk about my experience with the new excavator now for a little bit. Just the things that I liked about it. It's really strong. Just I couldn't believe how heavy the roots that I just moved by hand was. So it's extremely strong. So I like that. And you can be very precise and smooth with it. And I have the two-way auxiliary system on it, so I can have a thumb or switch between a thumb and some other accessory. That's really nice. I like the cab. I don't like that the cab is very small and it's really hard to get in and out of it. But once you're in it, it's fine. It's just it's a good idea to just keep the seat all the way back, so you don't rock back and forth and kind of smack into the cab all the time. And it's also a good idea to keep the seat back on, because you're kind of bouncing around. And one thing that surprised me that I actually really liked was the side swing boom, because that's just something that was on it that I didn't really care about, but it was on it, so that's nice. I mean, if you're standing next to something and you can't really get in with the bucket because it's a little off to the side, and then you can just swing the boom and align yourself with the object and grade or dig next to it. So that's just super nice, actually. It's also really nice that it's a zero tail. When the belts are all out, you don't hit any objects. So I actually managed to hit the boom with the tilting bucket a little bit. So I kind of scraped off a little bit of the paint there, and a little bit into the steel. So because the tilting bucket is a little bit longer because of the swing connection. And if I've had the cylinder on the front, I might have actually destroyed the cylinder on the first job, so that would have been annoying. But I like that the cylinder is on the back side of the boom and not the front side. So what I didn't like so much, well, it's a little tight to get in and out of the cab, but no big deal. The tilting bucket is a little sloppy, actually. It's a little flopping a little bit back and forth, but the accessories are cheap, so, and that's not a part of the excavator, just an accessory. Also a little bit of play in the transition in the pin with from the boom to the arm. Little tiny bit of play, but still very precise, and I think that's just how most of them are anyway, at least the Chinese one. I'm not sure about the Kubotas, but I suspect there's a tiny bit of play in all of them, just in those spots. But overall, very good. I have about 20 hours on it now, and I've used like 25 liters of fuel, so very fuel efficient. Like a little bit over a liter an hour. That's not much. Yeah, I think that's about it.
a few grease zerks. I've broken a few grease zerks. Just cracked them off when I tried to get out the grease gun. That's a little bit on me as well. And a bolt under the seat came loose. Just have to find a new small bolt and put it in. So yeah, so a few more small jobs and I have to do the first service and those kind of things. Yeah, all right.